Alrighty there, folks. I wanted to do a quick review of the Mario Brothers movie. Me and Andy went and saw it together in IMAX there. Whoa. I don't know if it was the true IMAX or what, but they sold it to us as IMAX there. Looked very beautiful on the screen there. It was going to be me and Andy reviewing it, but Andy, his take is he loved it. He thought it was the greatest fucking thing ever. He thought it was the fucking shit. Now, did I think it was the shits? Well, let's get into it here. Let's do the positives first on the Mario Brothers movie there, folks. First of all, I do want to say that out of all the video game adaptations that have ever been done, it probably is the best one, or at least the closest to adapting the source material, with a few exceptions, but the closest to coming to create the feeling of the game, or at least some sort of thing that was like the game. A lot of fucking video game movies, as we know, especially the ones directed there by Uwe Boll or fucking whatever Hatchet Man of the Week they fucking gave it to, shit like Prince of Persia, Sands of Time, have been disasters there. We all know it, folks. Assassin's Creed, remember that? It came out, I think that was like 5 years ago now. Assassin's Creed, their fucking movie failed. Even the most recent, like, Mortal Kombat movie, like the original 90s Mortal Kombat, was, I guess, the gold standard for a long time, which is sad to say. The new Mortal Kombat was a disappointment, in my opinion. Didn't live up to the hype. Could have been way better. Like, how hard is it to make a Mortal Kombat movie? Like, it's serviceable. It was serviceable, like the original. But it's like, how hard is it to make a fucking fighting tournament movie? Make them look like their costumes, have them fight, some bare bones story. I mean, the story is the tournament. We just want to see fights. Apparently, it's really hard. So, that's been a failure. Now, the Sonic movies, up until now, were considered like the gold standard of video game movies. But let's be real, those movies are still pretty dog shit. Like, I'm positive on them, and I try and be positive about them, because I like Sonic the Hedgehog there, folks. I have always liked Sonic, and I read the comic books, and I played the games as a kid, and I watched the cartoon, Sad AM, and all that fucking shit. So I try and be positive. But they're kind of shit. You know, they shoehorn in human characters, or the going to Earth subplot, or just shit that we don't need. Just make an animated Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Why was it so hard to do that? I don't fucking know. They still haven't done it. And they probably never will. Well, those movies are okay. Okay, I've given them positive reviews, but they're not that amazing. This movie is not like a Citizen Kane by any means. It's not The Godfather. It's not even, you know, it's not any of that shit. It's not an Academy Award-winning, critically acclaimed, Lynchian, Kubrickian fucking thing. It's just not the Mario Brothers movie. But what it is, as I said, is probably the best adaptation of a game. And I'll go over the positives first. I thought the first 15 minutes was really clever. All the stuff in Brooklyn, the Mario Brothers commercial, a lot of references were packed in and Easter eggs for fans. The movie did strike it good in terms of it had references and gags that adults or big Nintendo fanboys there would get. Andy was creaming his pants at each reference. Motherfucking soy boys in the theater were creaming their pants there at all the different references. It did tickle me as well. But motherfuckers were actually, like, speaking out loud in the theater about how hyped they were to see shit. Okay? So, the first 15 minutes was pretty good. And that stuff is sprinkled all throughout, Easter eggs and, little hints and stuff like that. But I liked the first 15 minutes. I think the peak of the movie, the height of the movie for me, was the sequence in Brooklyn where it's like a side-scrolling level in the game. And it really felt like, okay, this is a Mario Brothers movie. They're taking the feeling of playing the game and they're making it an animated movie. And I really like the animation. When Illumination was chosen as the studio, I was like, I don't know. Illumination makes a lot of dog shit. Those Minion movies, Despicable Me movies. The first Despicable Me's animation is fucking atrocious. Atrocious. Because they were cheap and they didn't have money. They put the money into this. It looks good. If you like 3D animation, some people don't. Some people only like 2D hand-drawn shit. To me, this looked good. It looked high production value. It was quality. In the first 15 minutes, I would say was perfect. Unfortunately, when they get to the Mushroom Kingdom, some things start to fall apart, start to be shitty. I hate to be that guy, but Princess Peach sucked. It was very bad. And it's not that it's woke or whatever. It's just that her character is just unlikable and shitty. She's just like a frigid bitch. And the other problem with it, that's the biggest problem. Straight up, she's just not likable as a character. I didn't really have any great moments with her. She always had to have one up on Mario or one up. It was an overcompensation is what it was. Because they didn't want her to be a damsel in distress, which is the actual character. The actual character of Princess Peach, although the characterization is paper thin for Mario, Luigi. Listen, there's not much character to them. They're pretty fucking shallow in the games. The stories are pretty shallow. Let's be real with ourselves, okay? They don't even have stuff like the Sonic the Hedgehog comic books to draw off of, or the Sonic cartoon. They have shit like Mario Super Show, which was shit. Well, listen, if you get stoned or whatever, it's all right. But Princess Peach character, unlikable, way too much of an overreaction, way too much of a, we need to not make her a damsel in distress, this sort of thing. It just wasn't working for me. She was very unlikable. Toad was like this cringe, fucking simp, lame fucking character. I wish they had just cut Toad out of the movie completely. None of that shit was working for me. It was coming across very Gator-esque. Wasn't working for me. Okay, brother? What else? Bowser's characterization. This is one thing Andy agrees with me about the Princess Peach stuff. He agrees with me about a lot of these criticisms as well, so we kind of just repeating it. But Bowser is this simp, lame kind of character. We didn't like it. Him playing the piano and singing the songs and all that. I wish they had kept him just as threatening and just as evil, instead of making him so silly and making him kind of look weak and lame and pathetic. Maybe that's just being grumpy or whatever, but neither of us liked that really. The worst part of the movie for both me and Andy was Donkey Kong. And I'm the biggest Donkey Kong fan in the world. Donkey Kong Country 2, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze are probably some of my favorite platformers of all time. Some of my favorite games of all time, especially Tropical Freeze. Its soundtrack, its art direction, its gameplay. I love Donkey Kong. And I just like him as a character. I think he's fun. This was where they were striking a good balance in the first 15 minutes with being for adults and kids. They lost it here. They went too far trying to pander to stoners and adults because they cast Seth Rogen. And they just let him be Seth Rogen and just chew the scenery as Seth Rogen, and it was fucking cringe. If you love Seth Rogen, maybe you'll like this. I wanted a Donkey Kong, and I knew going in it was Seth Rogen, so I knew I wasn't going to be happy. But I wanted a Donkey Kong like the Donkey Kong Country CGI cartoon back from the, I don't know, I used to watch it as a kid, and he was more like a surfer type dude, kind of like a Hawaiian surfer type guy, laid back and chill. So it would still appeal to stoners, right? But it's not Seth Rogen. It's not so on the fucking nose. I hated Seth Rogen's performance. And his Donkey Kong was just a dick. He was just an asshole. He wasn't likable at all as a character. And the whole world of the Kongs, I didn't really get it. Like, the leader Kong, I guess, is supposed to be a Jew, or they're all supposed to be Jewish or something. I wasn't really sure what that was all about there. It was just strange. Just strange. What they did with that. I mean, overall, the movie was good enough. It was the bare bones, honestly, of what we should expect from these video game movies. It was pretty respectful. It fucked up in some degrees, I think, with Peach's characterization, Donkey Kong's characterization. Toad, I didn't really want him in. I guess he's comedic relief. I found him cringy. Maybe kids would find him funny. Overall, it's good enough. It's the best of these video game movies so far, but honestly, we should be expecting more. Unfortunately, with the way Hollywood is today, with pushing messaging and pushing bullshit, we're probably never going to get anything better than this. But it was a good effort. There was just some missteps along the way. I still like it, but like Donkey Kong, I don't know if he's ever going to grow on me, Seth Rogen's Donkey Kong. Fucking Princess Peach in it is just a bitch. Bowser is a simp, and Toad's like a cuckold loser moron. So overall, like, and the movie's not that exceptional, and the animation's not that beautiful. It's good, but it's not the very highest level. I don't know. It's okay. I give it a 7 out of 10. That's my genuine opinion on it. I'm not going to say it's a 10 out of 10 masterpiece, because it's not. There were a lot of problems I had with it. But I'd say that for the first 15 or 20 minutes of it, I was like, this is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. And then just as some of those other characters got introduced, it fell apart for me. There were a couple of other fucking stupid things in it. Like the Power Star, and it only lasts for 30 seconds. So how was Bowser going to conquer everything when he was only invincible for 30 seconds? I don't really know. There was probably a couple of other things that I forgot to mention, but honestly, like, it's worth watching. Would I go to the movie theater again and fucking IMAX on, and pay $25-$30 again? No. I wouldn't recommend you do that. I would recommend you wait a month. I mean, it's doing really well at the box office, which means we're going to get more of these movies, and hopefully they continue to be good. Oh, by the way, the cliffhanger ending, because we stayed after the credits, was the reveal of Yoshi, but they didn't even show Yoshi. Just show Yoshi. What the fuck? We're gatekeeping Yoshi like it's an after credits Easter egg. Just show what Yoshi's going to look like, but we saw the egg and it cracked. It's like, just show it. What the fuck? That's what I forgot that I wanted to address. But yeah, I would wait until home release. I would wait till it's on streaming or some shit. If you really are diehard, you've already seen it anyway. But I would wait. It's not really worth it. Is it this atrocious woke piece of shit? No. Like people were trying to say, is it the greatest movie ever? 10 out of 10? No, but it is probably the best video game movie ever. All right. Anyway, see you in the next one.